Hi, my name is Cindy Rang.
I'm Brianna Watzkes, and today we have a special show and tell for you.
All right, so we have three of our best friends, some of our local quilters that have been coming into the shop for years, and they are all Jen Kingwell fans, and so we've asked them to bring their quilts, and you're going to meet them, and we're just going to do a quick little trunk show. So we're going to start with this one. We're going to bring Sally out in a second, but I'm just going to spoil it for her and tell you. This one is going to be donated for our bra auction in October.
That's so
cool. Little heads up, you'll be bidding against me for this. But anyway, let's go ahead and bring out Sally. All right. Hi. This is our friend Sally Catlin. Sally Catlin is local by way of Nottingham.
Nottingham, yes, England. I can't even say it the English way anymore.
Nottingham.
Yeah, there you go. True American, Nottingham.
That's right. And you've been doing Jen Kingwell. When was your first one?
I would say about 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh gosh, I just felt like you've been doing it for a long time.
No,
when was Dear Jane?
Dear Jen. Dear
Jen.
Dear Jen was through COVID.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Because my shop burned with the quilt in it and everything, and that was all in the middle of COVID and stuff.
Right.
It was all rescued. All's good.
Yes. She had an detached
shop.
Shop.
Yeah.
What is it that everybody calls
it? She shed.
That the neighbor caught on fire and burned hers down. We were all pretty horrified, but anyway, life is good now.
Life is good.
Everything is all
The
right.
quilt was rescued. I washed fabric for weeks till the smell of smoke to come out. But anyway.
Horrifying. And I think she's brought, about 6 or 7, maybe 8 projects with us. Tell us about this one first.
Okay, this one's Baker's Dozen. I looked at it for quite some time before attempting it because there's so many different ways to interpret the pattern. Using light and dark, it just gives a whole different feel depending on what you do. I redid the center because the center was full of inset seams, and I always say life's too short for that. So I did something totally different, and these were inset as well, these 4, and I just found another pattern I could use with it. So I used, rather than being scrappy, I went with a line of fabric called Smoke and Rust, and I added some of this sort of blue-gray color to it too. But it can be a completely scrappy quilt.
Fantastic. I want to point out that what I love about Jen Kingwell is that idea that you really can use your leftover pieces, and depending upon whether you're using lights, mediums, or dark, just like Sally said, all of these blocks can look so different. You can also, though, if you're not such a fan of the scrappy, or you feel like you're new into scrappy, you can have lights as a background and mediums and darks. You'll see a lot of variations of that. And even though this picture of Jen's on her pattern, you will see she mixes all of those backgrounds. And this is a little bit more organized, which is really, really nice. Beautiful, beautiful.
This was made primarily with leftover fabrics from my Dear Jen quilt.
Okay.
And this line of fabric, actually it's a Prisma Horton line of basics that I put in there.
Is that Michael Miller?
I think it was when she was with them, yeah. So
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Hold on, let me get my tush out of the way.
This was a really fun, very easy, very quick one to make. The only thing I would say if anybody makes it, be careful here. I broke my needle a couple of times, so I had to go with a larger needle.
Oh, sure, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus the doubles. There's 20 pieces of fabric there.
But you don't have to do that. You can turn everything to be facing up. Okay. I mean, there's so many, or stagger them, whichever way you want. But the thing was, I had so many leftover pieces of black with color in it, or just plain black, grays, and the whites. So I was looking for something specifically that I could make a scrappy quilt with that and just add some color. So I used that line of basics.
What was the name of this one?
This was called Adamant.
Oh,
And I looked that up. I thought, why would you call a quilt adamant? There's got to be a good story here, right? You know, but it's the name of a certain diamond-shaped jewel. This is one of my well-loved ones. One of my grandkids, well, two of my grandkids have had this to play with for quite some time. And it's not one I see out there anymore. I don't see it
What's the
advertised.
name of the pattern?
Desert Sampler.
Oh, right. Desert Sampler
For
was a
Moda.
Moda block of the month.
But it was a Jen Kingwell pattern.
That's correct.
I think it was.
Yes, yeah.
It was an exclusive
Yeah.
block of the month with Moda.
Is the pattern still available?
I don't know.
I have not seen it once anywhere, people making this. It was a really fun one to do because some of those are really tiny, tiny pieces, but these were just a little bit more manageable, a little bit larger.
Beautiful. And all done in case fabric.
Yeah, even though it's scrappy, it was still the same designer.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
Yeah, this has gotten a bit dingy through the years, but that just
You
means
can't
it's been
tell.
well
I think
loved.
It looks great. I love the little flecks of stuff in it. I think this is so beautiful. I love the colors. This is absolutely Create Joy project. That's
It's great.
fantastic.
I mean, there's so many versions out there. This is one I might make again.
Yeah.
The only thing I would recommend if anybody makes this is you see how there's all the white at the bottom so it goes beyond the heart. I would add at least another 6 inches, making these go up higher.
What's the name of this one?
Flutterby.
Flat.
And this is, I had did a quilt last year where it was seed pots. So I did an awful lot of
Oh,
fussy
I remember
cutting
that one. Yeah, yeah.
and lots of holes in this
Yeah.
great piece of fabric. So I was looking at that thinking, oh, that's too much to throw away, but what on earth can I do with it? And that's all these pieces.
Yeah, 'cause
Okay.
it's actually simple piecing, isn't it?
Yes.
It's just
Yeah.
that
It really is. And
half
it's
square rectangle.
So that's the only challenging one.
Yeah.
And because it's not quite 2 1/4 or 2 1/60 and whatever, it's a weird size and she's got a template for it.
Oh, good.
This is in that book.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's an old one, but this is absolutely my scraps.
I love it.
And it just uses up those things that had holes in them. So
Perfect.
So in the summer last year, I had 2 of my grandkids over in their teens, and we did some shibori dyeing just for fun. And they were just played along with me. And at the end of the day, it was like, see you, Grandma, you know. They totally forgot about it. So, but I had the fabric. They left it with me. Come Christmas time, I decided to use that fabric, made each of them a pillowcase. Now, the beauty of this, it came out of that Quilt Lovely book that she had. And she has 2 ways of doing this. One is hand piecing it, and it looks different.
Where you're appliquing this square on.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one, this is the machine piecing. And I just thought it worked really well.
Yeah,
And
it's beautiful.
My tent. No, what was it called?
My town.
My town.
My town.
And you make it yours. That's the fun of it. I am an American citizen, proudly, despite my accent. So I put an American flag up there. However, I have a British background. So I've got the Tower of London and Buckingham Palace.
Is that Big Ben?
That's Big Ben, exactly. These were meant to be office blocks, and I did an awful lot of statistical work, so I had numbers in there and stuff. I put all these pieces together and hand stitched them. They're bigger than what she said to do. Hers was a lot smaller. I thought, who would know, right? And then you just cut it to the size you want.
Look at these little turn dash blocks.
This was a lot of fun. Then a more recent one, a Wensleydale.
Oh, yeah. And when we
This
have
is
this
so
pattern
good.
and we have these template, we have the paper pieces.
Paper pieces. Uh-huh.
Oh, nice.
And I didn't use scraps, but I used a fat quarter pack.
Oh, nice.
And what I tend to do when I have things like this where I'm paper piecing weird sizes, I make a copy of the paper piece pattern and I make it 120 rather than at 100%. So I know the fabric I'm cutting is definitely going to be big enough without me having to go nuts trying to fit it up exactly.
That's a great tip.
It just
Yeah.
makes it a lot quicker. And I found for each fat quarter, I could draw around all the 1.5 of the templates and doing it at 120. And then just mix and match everything. it worked out really well.
That's fantastic. And I'm going to point out too, so look at the progression, that whole idea of, a light background or a medium background. Look at the difference where she's got some dark backgrounds, some light backgrounds, some medium backgrounds. It just has so much movement. And this is beautiful that it was all done with the fat quarter pocket, but imagine if it was just done with weird leftover little bits, and when you do that, what'll happen is that first block, it's like, I don't know if I like that. And then you get a second block done. I definitely don't like it. But if you keep going, it really is so interesting just to keep looking at it. And you just see that it just looks so different. So come and tell us about this. And so this is like in a jungle somewhere, right?
This is in the jungles in Hawaii. Who knows where? I'll just say it was part of a divorce dispute. I will never see it again. The best lesson I got out of this is once you let a quilt go, let it go. Yeah.
Oh gosh, it's just beautiful. I remember when you were working on this.
Yeah.
Because you made 3 blocks. 3 blocks.
Yeah.
I remember this.
And to choose the palette, I decided the colors I wanted. I knew this would be, this is a commitment quilt.
Yeah.
You are committed for months with it.
Yeah.
So it's not one of these, like, you can get it done pretty quick and it's fun. So many different applique and, I mean, there's just so much in here.
Look at the variation of blocks.
I mean, it really is quite
Stunning.
stunning. So, but I knew it was going to be a long time, so I needed colors I really liked.
Yeah.
Which tend to be those deep jewel tones of blues, greens, purples.
Yeah.
And I always want a zinger in there, so I used yellow as my zinger. So there's little spots of yellow through it. There is one piece of fuchsia that bugs me right here, bordering on red.
Oh no, it's fantastic. Because then there's
That's that over
tiny
there.
little bits. And no, I think that's good.
Each block is 6 inches.
Oh God.
So it is a massive quilt.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Sally. You're welcome. It was fun.
Love it, love it, love it. All right. And watch for her quilt for our auction.
Yes.
Okay, next up is Nani Rose. Nani has been coming to the quilt shop for the 26 years we've been open, I think.
I have.
Yeah.
I have.
Quilting. How long have you been quilting?
Made my first quilt in 1957.
Wow.
Before any of you were even thought.
I went to school with Nani's son.
Yeah, my youngest one.
All right. And also an avid Jen Kingwell fan.
Love Jen.
You love her. And what do you love about her? Just
Well, this one not so much, but everything is different.
Yeah.
Every block you pick up is different, so you never get tired of anything.
Yeah. Perfect.
And anything goes.
Yeah. I
Color-wise.
love that. Yeah. We just
Yeah, you can
little
do
bits.
anything.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Do you usually use scraps or do you
Mhm.
purchase fabric for it? You use leftovers.
I do, but I can't help myself when I come to the fabric patch. You know, when you see pretty things, you have to have a little bit bad in your
Yes.
stash. Yeah, yeah.
All right. So tell us, what is this one? This is gorgeous.
You know, I only remember the name of the first one I did and the last one I did.
Oh.
And I can't remember the name of this one. I know it has 360 some.
Pinwheels?
Yes.
Wow.
That got to be a little much.
Super fun.
Yeah.
And really
That-
cute little blocks there. Beautiful. Beautiful. And I love this as a background. And I also love, we were talking about this, that Jen will often do just all kinds of colors, lights, mediums, and darks, and she doesn't necessarily have a light as a background. But I think that us as quilters, we tend to like light and dark so that we can see the texture.
Mhm.
But it's fun to know that really anything goes. So,
Mhm.
all right.
Mhm.
Great. All right. Beautiful. This one is just such a good example of the Jen Kingwell quilt where there's so much to look at and such a variety of fabrics and colors. And do you have a favorite block in this one?
Not really. Not really.
Gosh, I love those little
The flowers.
flowers.
I do too. Yeah, and I love borders.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like.
And you love applique.
Yes,
Your
I do.
applique is beautiful.
I've made this quilt three different
times. Wow.
Yeah.
Man, it's just an heirloom quilt. It's beautiful.
And I had this one machined. These first two have been machine quilted.
Otherwise, do you often hand quilt them?
Yeah, my other two are hand quilted.
Oh. What's the name of this one? Do you know?
No, I don't. Jen Kingwell had a retreat, I'll say, in Boise.
Oh.
And I went down to that and she had this that she showed. And
Oh.
I thought, oh my God, I love this part.
Yes.
It's
The
different.
border. That's fantastic.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
did she also do it in black and white? Like that?
she did, but she used this polka dot.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, yeah, I changed that up a little bit. But
She loves her polka dots.
yeah, she does. Mhm.
Oh, really nice.
And
all
yeah,
different.
hand quilted.
They're all different.
Hand quilted. They
Oh,
are
and
all
this one is
different.
called Bring Me Flowers.
That's right.
Bring Me Flowers.
It is in one of the little
Yep,
booklets.
yep, that's the name of it.
Oh, that's fantastic. And that is like, it's mostly applique, isn't it?
There's a lot of applique.
Yeah, at least every other block.
So I hand quilted it, but
Wow.
with the big stitch.
Sure.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and that's what Jen uses mostly is the
Is
big
the big
stitch.
stitch.
Yeah.
Oh, this one is gorgeous. What is this one called?
Something about curves. And I added the borders.
This border was not hers.
No.
Oh, I love this border. Gosh,
Well, I
love
liked
that.
it too. I wanted it just a hair bigger, and I thought, what am I going to do? So that's what I did.
Oh, I love it. And again, so if we zoom in a little bit, you can see that the hand quilting, she does that big stitch, which is beautiful, which is also what Jen Kingwell loves. And I love the color palette on this one. I mean, there's still a variety of colors, but gosh, there's a lot of pinks and purples. It's fantastic.
And there's a lot of color in it.
Beautiful. And I think that that's what's so exciting about Jen Kingwell quilts is that, you know, everywhere you look, a whole different style of fabric, whole different piecing, whole different pattern, just so much to look at. Nani, thank you so much.
Oh,
Thank
sure.
you, thank you.
It was fun.
And you've given so many away. How many more have you made that we
I've
just didn't
made
get to?
7,
7.
and I have 4.
That's
So
fantastic. That's really good.
they have to be a good friend, don't they?
Yes, they do. Yes, that is exactly right. Thank you, Nani.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
All right, and our third and final Jen Kingwell quilter. A lot of people already know Nancy because Nancy, you've done quite a few quilting cruises with us.
Yes,
Yeah, so
when I was
all but one.
incapacitated.
That's right. She had surgery. But otherwise, she comes and hangs out a lot. She is local and comes and joins us oftentimes here when we're having retreats. She'll come and have at least lunch with us, her and Pat will. So a lot of people know Nancy. And Nancy, how many Jen Kingwell quilts have you done?
I've done 2. This is the
Two.
boho, and I have Wandering Wives, which used to be the Gypsy Wife.
The Gypsy Wife, yeah. So, yes. All right, so boho. So this was kind of fun because we saw Sally's a few minutes ago, and look at the difference. You know, huge difference. And what Sally said too is that, see if you agree, Sally felt like it would have been better if she would have put some more background up higher so the heart was more centered. How do you feel about that? Do you feel like you would have done it that way, or do you like that it's?
I did not think of it at all.
Didn't think of it at all. Well,
Just
it's
follow
beautiful.
directions.
And look how different they look just based on
And then when I
colors.
got tired of things, I put a little.
I saw that.
I love the
Look at
panel.
that. I've got piecing that block. I've got a 5-inch block I can put in there.
Yeah,
That's fantastic. I just love it.
and you can use all your scraps.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel what a great quilt to use for orphan blocks. If you have a stack of orphan blocks,
Yeah.
that will just, gives you the main layout.
Oh, and there's this very pastel.
Yeah. This is that Create Joy project.
Yeah,
fabric.
so different.
Totally different. So did you buy any fabric for this, or was all?
I don't think I bought any fabric for this. These are jelly rolls. This is a jelly roll. I don't know. I don't recall where I got it, but I just was at the point I was lazy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I can't say that you were lazy making this quilt. I love this one. There are so many different ones. So this is Gypsy Wife. Oh no, Wandering
This
Wife.
is, but it used to be Gypsy Wife,
Gypsy.
but now it's called Wandering.
Wandering Wife. Did you do this when we did the class?
No.
Oh, because we did before, probably in 2017. or so, we did this as a series and as a retreat, and everybody's came out so different.
I think this one was 2016.
16, beautiful. These are so fun because they all look so different.
There's so many different styles
Yeah.
of prints in there and colors.
No, and all of these strips down here at the bottom
And
with
I'm
the
a
blocks.
bright colored
Yes.
person.
Beautiful. This is a particularly fun one, I think. This was a really good one. And same thing, so you probably didn't buy any fabric for this?
No.
This was all leftovers? That's great. All right. Thank you, Nancy.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right. Well, we hope that was inspiring. I am.
It makes me
such-
want to go to my sunroom.
It does, right?
Yeah.
And I think the other thing too, it's not just about her patterns, it's about our stash, really, for me. That's why I talk so much about Jen Kingwell, because I think so many of us, if you've been quilting for any length of time at all, you have more fabric than you're going to use. Don't tell your husband that.
We can
Still
all make at
consider
least
it.
one of these.
Yeah. It's just what you can do with all of those leftover bits. If you love that fabric once, you can love it one more time and put it in some of these, because I think that's what makes them so interesting.
I think so
is they're
too.
just so, so sparkly.
And I think all of these, making this one block, you might think this one block is the ugliest block you've ever made, but keep building from it, and then all together, they
Oh,
all
so much fun.
play really, really cool together.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
All right.
Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
guys.
Bye. Thank you for watching our video. We invite you to leave a comment, hit the like button, or better yet, subscribe to our channel so you never miss an episode. You can also visit our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or Pinterest pages, or find all of those things and our online store at fabricpatch.net.